Hello, Professor Reid and the class. Today I'm going to talk about 3 things I have learned from this course at this semester. First of all, I want to thank you guys that made the classes so wonderful, and I really enjoy the time with you. The first thing I have learned is change can build trust. This triangle diagram was discussed in week 5, and I was impressed by the stories and the levels of the trust at that moment. Sometimes organizations just does not do things like the expectations because people within there do not have enough trust and everything is not very clear. From the diagram, I understand a successful organization needs talents who are capable of forming positive and trusting relationships in the work environment. Also, it should develop some interpersonal skills of all-level employees, keep them informed in any situations, and make sure the fluent communications between different departments. The second thing I think is very important in this course is Kotter's 8-step change model. It is a good understanding of organizational development core series, which is to change individuals and organizations' behaviors in order to improve the organization's performance. After the development, the organization will have more successful work structures and systems than before. Also, effective leaders use various methods to promote the change in order to push the development of the organization. For me, it is a totally new model which can be widely used in my career. Kotter's 8-step change model gives me some clues that makes me not afraid of further changes in my work. The last thing I want to discuss is the decision-making model. From the diagram, we can notice there are 4 paths in the table. The horizontal arrow from the left to the right represents the levels of efforts we need to put in the plan. The vertical arrow from the bottom to the top represents the impact that the plan may influence at the last. I think Professor Reid made the diagram very clear as he marked a special symbol for each of the parts. The quick win, which requires fewer efforts but will have a higher impact, is the exclamation mark because it is the best thing for us to do it. Even in the 4 case studies, I may consider if there could be any quick win action plans for the organizations. The opposite of the quick win is higher efforts but with lower impact situations. This may be the things we will avoid in the further decision makings. The rest are the question mark and the arrow mark, which means do I really need to do things like this, and I must have plans for it. These 2 parts need me to carefully consider if I really need to do things in these 2 situations. This model is useful when I decided to make some changes or make some decisions. I can figure out what is the best beneficial thing for me to do first. It also can be applied into the organization's decisions makings. Overall, these 3 new series I have learned from this course that completely changed my ways to study in the school and work in the workplace. I appreciate Professor Reid has made the class so interesting and attractive, and all of you have created such comfortable study environment. Thank you very much. I hope we can study together again in the next course.